Hello children, in this video we are going to learn Unit 5, that is green skills. First let me tell you what is green skills. Green skills are the technical skills, knowledge, values and attitudes needed in the workforce to develop and support sustainable social, economic and environmental outcomes in business, industry and the community. Session 1. In this session, we are going to learn about demonstrate the knowledge of the factors influencing natural resource conservation. So let's start. Environment. It refers to the place, people, things, nature that surround us, and it is our basic life support system. The environment around us affects all aspects of our life in the same way as all our daily activities affect the environment. Our surroundings includes two main components, abiotic and biotic. Abiotic or the non-living aspect of earth like land, air, soil and water. Biotic or living organisms like man, animal and plants. All living organisms are constantly interacting with environment in order to fulfill their needs. These needs include the basic essential like oxygen, food and shelter, in addition to the social needs like entertainment, medicine, etc. The environment can further be categorized into two types, natural environment and man-made environment. So let's see what it means. Natural environment, the environment that comes in its existence by its own or naturally, without interference of human. It operates through self-regulating mechanism. For example, plants, animals, birds, land, mountain, etc. And the man-made environment, it includes human activities and their interaction with the abiotic components. It comprises the structure made by humans such as house, building, park and etc. Let's see relationship between society and environment. The environment is an important issue. Even when society is faced with economic crisis, wars and unending social problems, it matters because Earth is the only home that humans have, and it provides air, food and other needs. The humans are part of the environment. At the same time, the humans form the society. In other words, we can say that the society becomes part of the environment. The society interacts with the environment and changes it at the same time. The relationship between society and environment can be broadly defined into the following forms. Physical environment. Physical environment is composed of the conditions that nature provides to man. It includes natural resources, the distribution of land and water, mountains, plains, minerals, plants, animals, etc. that play upon the earth and affect our lives. Social environment. The social environment of an individual is the culture that he or she lives in. The social environment consists of three kinds of environment: economic, cultural and psychosocial. Economic environment. Those economic factors which have their effects on the working of the business is known as economic environment. It includes system, policies, nature of an economic trade cycle, economic resources level, income, distribution of income and wealth, etc. Next, cultural environment. It includes the customs, traditions, laws, modes of thoughts and form of knowledge and beliefs which forms man's culture inheritance. These traditions express the culture of the group of which they belong. Psychosocial environment. It refers to the culture, climate of the workplace. It is so necessary for the humans that it can be totally explained in terms of social environment. Ecosystem. It is a community of all the living and non-living components of nature that are dependent on each other. An ecosystem is formed when living things like plant, animals and other organisms in an area interact with each other as well as with non-living components like weather, sun, soil, climate and atmosphere. In an ecosystem, each organism has a role to play. Though all ecosystems are unique, but each ecosystem has three primary components. Let's see what those are. Autotrophs. Plants are autotrophs as they are the producer of energy. They convert energy from the sun or other source into food. They are called producers. Heterotrophs. These are the organisms that depends upon autotrophs for their food. Most of the heterotrophs are animals. They are called consumers. Non-living matters. Chemical that already existed in the environment. Water and clay, minerals in the ocean, gases present in the atmosphere. Types of ecosystem. There are two kinds of ecosystem, natural ecosystem and artificial ecosystem. Any other sub-ecosystem falls under one of these two headings. Let's take a look at the ecosystem structure and its types. Artificial ecosystem are formed in natural regions with the interference of the humans. They are artificial lakes, township, cities, etc. Natural ecosystem are basically classified into two major types: terrestrial ecosystem and aquatic ecosystem. Terrestrial ecosystem are those regions where plants and animals live in the area that surrounds a certain terrestrial space. In this place, it is assumed that living things that inhabit the ecosystem find everything they need to be able to survive. For example, forest ecosystem, desert ecosystem, grassland ecosystem and mountain ecosystem. Aquatic ecosystem. They are made up of plants and animals that live in the water. These ecosystems differ in relation to the geographical region where they exist and their proximity to the land. There are two main types of aquatic ecosystem: marine and freshwater. Next, what do you mean by ecological imbalance? An ecological imbalance is a disturbance or strange effect on an environment or the normal world when all is said and done that divert from the typical back and forth movement of energy in that. Imbalance happens normally and the adjusting power of the common world neutralize them. Then what are the reasons for ecological imbalance? Those are overpopulation, landfills, agriculture practice, industrial waste, plastic and e-waste, deforestation, and so on. Natural resource conservation. Resources that we obtain from nature and use them without much modification are called natural resources. Air, water, soil, minerals are all natural resources. Many of these resources are used directly, but in some cases, technology may be needed to use a natural resource in the best possible way. Natural resources are broadly categorized into renewable and non-renewable resources. Then what are the renewable resources? These are the resources that get renewed or replenished quickly. For example, air, water, sunlight, etc. Next, non-renewable resource. These are those resources which have a limited stock. Once the stocks are exhausted, it may take thousands of years to be renewed or replenished. For example, coal, petroleum, other mineral resources. Practices for conservation of resources. To most of us, conservation of natural resource means controlling the supply of these resources in such a way that a part of it is left for the future. But this is not a correct approach. Conservation is a holistic approach which includes preservation, maintenance, sustainable utilization, restoration, and enhancement of natural resources. Therefore, the aim of conservation is twofold: to preserve the natural resource and the quality of environment, and to ensure continuous yield of resource by establishing a balanced cycle of harvest and renewal. Let's discuss the methods and practices of conservation one by one. Water conservation. What is water conservation? It is simply refers to reducing the usage of water and recycling wastewater for different purposes such as cleaning, manufacturing and agriculture irrigation. This method definitely accounts as a most efficient and cost-effective way to control the use of water. Wildlife conservation. It is the practice of protecting endangered plant and animal species. Among the goal of wildlife conservation are to ensure that nature will be around for future generations to enjoy and to recognize the importance of wildlife and wilderness land to humans. Forest conservation. For the conservation of forest, following steps can be taken. Conservation of forest is a national problem, so it must be tackled with perfect coordination between forest department and other departments. Regulated and planned cutting of trees, control over forest fire, develop green belt around cities, protection of existing forest, and so on. Conservation of fossil fuels and natural gases. Fossil fuels take millions of years to form. They are the product of fossilized remains of dead plants and animals that have been exposed to the heat and pressure deep within the earth crust. The following are few ways in which we can conserve fossil fuels and natural gases. Use renewable energy resources like wind, solar, water, or electrochemical energy instead of fossil fuels and natural gases. Use more solar panels and make use of renewable solar energy from the sun. Do not use plastic bags and avoid plastic packaging because it is made out of fossil fuels. Some tips to reuse the things. Write on both sides of the paper. Drink from glass or reusable stainless steel cup instead of paper plastic products. Use cloth towels and napkins instead of paper towels and napkins. Use the pages from the newspaper as wrapping paper. Use glass or stainless steel container or reusable lunch bags to carry lunch to school. Next, environment protection and conservation. Environment protection. It is the practice of protecting the environment at individual, organization or governmental level for the benefit of natural environment. The pollution of environment is one of the major concern today. The Environment Act was passed by Ministry of Environment with the objective of providing for the protection of the environment. Here are some ways to protect environment. Plant trees because trees absorb carbon dioxide and emit oxygen. Changing transportation habits. Walk or ride a bicycle when your destination is close to home to avoid harming the environment by car pollution. Use recycled product. It is a good way to help the environment. Encourage people to reuse things and reduce waste. Cut down your energy consumption by using CFL or LED bulbs. We won't have a society if we destroy the environment. So protect your environment. Nature is a miracle we depend upon. Thank you.